Imagine waking up one day to find out that your bank account has been emptied, your social media accounts have been hacked, and your personal information has been stolen. This nightmare scenario is unfortunately all too common in today's digital world. In today's digital world, it's common for people to fall victim to cyber attacks, which can lead to devastating consequences. Let's take Sarah as an example. Sarah received an email that appeared to be from her bank, asking her to update her account information. Unfortunately, Sarah didn't know that this was a cyber attack, and she entered her personal information, which was then stolen by cyber criminals. This mistake led to the theft of Sarah's identity and the emptying of her bank account. Anyone who uses digital devices, systems, networks, and the internet can be a victim of cyber attacks, including individuals, businesses, organizations, governments, and even entire countries. Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting digital devices, systems, networks, and data from unauthorized access, theft, damage, or disruption. It involves a range of technologies, processes, and practices designed to safeguard information and computing assets from cyber threats. There are many types of cyber attacks that could happen to both individuals and organizations. It's important to understand them and take the necessary steps to protect ourselves. Let's take a closer look at the various kinds of cyber attacks that may happen. Phishing. Phishing is a type of social engineering attack where cyber criminals send fake emails or text messages to deceive individuals into giving away sensitive information, such as login credentials or credit card details. For example, an attacker may send an email that appears to be from a legitimate bank, asking the recipient to provide their login information. The attacker can then use this information to gain access to the victim's bank account, steal money, or make fraudulent purchases. Phishing attacks can also be used to gain access to other sensitive information such as social security numbers, passwords, or other personal data, which can be sold on the dark web or used for identity theft. Malware. Malware attacks refer to harmful software that can damage, disrupt, or access a computer system without permission. Hackers can install malware in many ways, like through infected email attachments, software downloads, or hacked websites. Once installed, it can steal personal information, encrypt files, or damage computer systems. A common example of malware attack is ransomware, where the attacker encrypts the victim's files and demands payment in exchange for the decryption key. Man-in-the-middle attacks. In a man-in-the-middle attack, a cyber criminal secretly intercepts the communication between two parties who believe they are directly communicating with each other. This allows the attacker to read, modify, or even inject new information into the conversation without either party being aware of it. For example, suppose a person is using a public Wi-Fi hotspot to access their bank account. An attacker can create a fake Wi-Fi hotspot that appears to be legitimate and trick the person into connecting to it. Once connected, the attacker can intercept the communication between the person and their bank, allowing them to steal login credentials, credit card information, or other sensitive data. The person may believe they are directly communicating with their bank, but in reality, they are unknowingly communicating with the attacker who is sitting in the middle of the communication channel. Denial of service, DOS, attacks aim to make a website or network resource unavailable to its users. Attackers flood the target with traffic until the system becomes overwhelmed and is unable to respond to legitimate requests. For example, an attacker may use a software tool to send a large number of requests to a website's server, causing it to crash and become unavailable to users. This can cause significant financial and reputational damage to businesses that rely on their online presence. A denial of service, DOS, or distributed denial of service, DDoS attack can happen for various reasons, such as revenge, financial gain, or activism. SQL injection is a type of cyber attack that targets websites or applications that use databases to store information. In SQL injection attack, a hacker inserts malicious code into a website's database query to gain unauthorized access to the data. For example, imagine a website has a search bar that allows users to look up information from its database. A hacker could input SQL code in the search bar that tricks the website's database into granting them access to sensitive information, such as passwords or credit card numbers. This can lead to identity theft or financial loss for the website's users. How to protect yourself. There are several measures you can take to protect yourself against cyber threats, such as honeypot software creates a fake network or system to trick cyber attackers. This helps cybersecurity experts learn how attackers work and defend against them. For example, a company can use honeypot software to create a fake server that looks real to hackers. Then, the experts can watch what the hackers do and use that information to protect their real servers from similar attacks. Firewall software helps protect your computer or network by blocking unauthorized access from the internet or other networks. It filters incoming and outgoing traffic based on security rules you set up. For example, a firewall might block incoming traffic from certain IP addresses or only allow certain types of outgoing traffic, such as email or web browsing. It's important to note that software solutions alone cannot guarantee complete protection against cyber attacks. It's important to also practice good cyber hygiene, such as using strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, keeping software up to date, and regularly backing up important data. Additionally, businesses may want to consider hiring cybersecurity experts or consultants to assess their vulnerabilities and implement customized security solutions. Real-life examples. There have been several high-profile cyber attacks in recent years that demonstrate the importance of cybersecurity. For example, the Equifax data breach in 2017 resulted in the theft of personal information, including social security numbers and birth dates, of 147 million people. In 2020, the SolarWinds hack targeted several U.S. government agencies and major corporations, highlighting the vulnerability of even the most secure digital systems. As cyber attacks become more frequent and sophisticated, businesses and organizations will increasingly need skilled cybersecurity experts to help prevent and mitigate these attacks. This will create a growing demand for professionals in the field of cybersecurity, including network security specialists, information security analysts, and other related positions. Additionally, businesses will need to stay up to date on the latest security measures and technologies to protect their networks, systems, and data from evolving cyber threats. Cybersecurity is an essential practice that helps protect digital systems and data from cyber threats. By being aware of the latest threats and taking appropriate measures to safeguard your digital assets, you can stay safe and secure in the digital world. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.